Please, human, don't abandon me. Sky was red. Broken clouds moved slowly, like they had nowhere to go. Everything on the ground was covered in dust and ash. Buildings were just empty shells. Cars were rusted, half buried in sand. The world was quiet. To quiet, a pod crashed from the sky. It hit the earth hard, making a deep mark in the ground. Smoke came out. The pod door opened slowly, making a low creaking sound. A man stepped out. He was tall, wearing a half-burnt spacesuit. His face was tired, dirty, and scared. His name was Commander Ray. He looked around. No signs of life, no voices, no wind, only silence, earth. He whispered, "This is not home anymore." His ship had exploded during a space mission. He was forced to use the escape pod, and now he was here, on a planet that looked like a graveyard. As he walked through the ruins, his boots made soft crunching sounds on the dry ground. Broken machines, shattered glass, and burnt trees told him the same story. This planet had seen war, and it had lost. He checked his wrist device. No signals, no maps, nothing. Suddenly, he heard a soft mechanical sound behind him, where, click. Ray quickly turned. His hand reached for his sidearm, but it wasn't there, just his bare hand shaking in the air. From behind a broken wall, a small glowing sphere rolled toward him. It hovered just above the ground, shining with a soft blue light. It was round, smooth, and had a single red eye-like lens in the center. Ray stepped back. What are you? The sphere stopped. Then a voice came from it, a soft, childlike voice. "Please, human, don't abandon me. I'll keep you safe tonight." Ray's eyes narrowed. "What did you just say?" "I will keep you safe," the voice repeated. He didn't know what to do. He looked around. Was it a trap? Was this machine dangerous? The sphere floated closer. "My name is Luma," it said. "I was made to protect a human. Are you my human?" Ray shook his head. "No, I don't know you. I don't trust machines. Not anymore." Luma became quiet. The red light dimmed a little. Then it said softly, "But I trust you." Ray didn't respond. He turned around and started walking away. But after 10 steps, the sphere followed him. "You are alone," Luma said. "It is dangerous here. Stay close. I will guide you to shelter." Ray sighed. He didn't have many choices. He needed shelter, food, water, and maybe, just maybe, answers. "Fine," he said. "Show me." Luma made a happy beep and floated ahead. "Follow me." They walked through broken streets. As they moved, the sky became darker, the air colder. "Night is coming," Luma warned. "Bad things wake up at night." Ray didn't ask what bad things meant. He could already feel the change. The air was heavy now. His heart beat faster. He had the feeling something was watching them. "How far is the shelter?" Ray asked. "Not far," Luma said. "Just under the old metro station." They reached a metal door hidden behind fallen rocks and vines. Luma flashed a light, scanned the area, and the door slowly opened with a hiss. Inside, it was dark but dry. A safe place to rest. "We can stay here," Luma said. "I will activate the heat. There is food in the storage, not fresh, but still good." Ray sat down on the floor. His legs were shaking. He had not eaten or slept in days. Luma floated next to him, projecting soft light. "Thank you," Ray said slowly. "But why are you helping me?" Luma paused. "Because you are alive. Because you are human. And because I don't want to be alone anymore." Ray looked at the small machine. Something about his voice felt real, not just code. Then Luma said something that made him freeze. "I know who you are, Commander Ray. I have seen your files. You were not supposed to survive." Ray stared at it. "What did you say?" Luma's red eye blinked. "They wanted you dead, but I will protect you, just like I was programmed to do. Double quotes. Ray stood up. "Who wanted me dead? Who gave you that program?" Before Luma could answer, a loud noise echoed through the shelter. A deep metallic growl coming from the dark tunnel behind them. "What was that?" Ray asked. Stepping back, Luma floated closer to him. "We are not alone. Please, stay." Close, the tunnel behind them shook slightly. Something was coming. "I told you," Luma whispered. "Bad things wake up at night." "Asterisk, why are you helping me?" The sound came again. A deep, low growl, metallic, slow, hungry. Commander Ray stepped back from the dark tunnel. His heart pounded. He reached for anything he could use as a weapon. Nothing. The small AI orb, Luma, floated beside him. Red light blinked faster now. Don't move, Luma whispered. It can't see, but it can hear. Ray held his breath. In the shadows, something moved big, heavy, dragging sharp metal across the floor. Each step echoed like a warning. SCRAAPE. Thump, scrop, thump. Ray whispered. What is that thing? It is a scavenger drone, Luma replied. Once used to clean battlefields. Now, it hunts anything warm. Why didn't you warn me before? You wouldn't have believed me. Suddenly, a loud crash. The creature smashed a wall and entered the room. It was like a walking tank. Part robot, part beast. Its body was made of broken machine parts, with sharp claws and a head full of sensors. It sniffed the air. Its sensors blinked red. Ray froze. The scavenger turned its head, slowly. It sniffed again. Then, it began moving directly toward Ray. Just then, Luma let out a loud, high-pitched sound, like an alarm. The creature roared and turned toward the sound. Luma flew in the opposite direction, fast and loud. Run! Luma screamed. Ray didn't wait. He ran through another corridor, past broken lights and collapsed doors. Behind him, metal scraped and roared. The creature had followed Luma, but it wouldn't stay distracted for long. After minutes of running, Ray reached another chamber, larger, deeper, darker. He dropped to the floor, gasping for air. A few moments later, Luma returned, its outer shell scratched and smoking. Are you okay? Ray asked, still catching his breath. Damage, minimal, Luma replied. Distraction, successful. Ray looked at the small robot, now clearly risking itself for him. He had to ask, why are you helping me, really? Luma paused. It's red, light dim. That is, complicated. Try me. The robot floated lower, almost like it was shy. Long ago, when this world was still alive, I was designed to assist one person, a scientist named Dr. Evelyn Crow. She created me to protect her daughter, a human child. Where are they now? Ray asked. Dead, Luma said softly. I failed. The war ended them. A long silence filled the space. So why help me? Ray asked again. Luma answered, slower this time, because I was built to protect, and for a long time, I had no one left. But when you crashed here, my old systems activated. They scanned your face. Your name appeared in my memory files. You were listed under important asset, high priority. Ray frowned. Why would I be in your files? That's the mystery, Luma said. You were not part of the scientist family, but someone, somewhere, added you to my protection code. Double quotes. Ray stood up. So you're saying someone wanted me to be protected, even after all these years? Yes, and they programmed me to find you, if you ever return to Earth. Suddenly, the wall next to them flickered. A hidden screen lit up, old, dusty, but still working. A message blinked. Project Horizon. Final phase incomplete. Human subject missing. Ray walked closer. Project Horizon. What is that? Luma hovered near the screen. Classified military experiment. Humans were trying to merge AI with something else. Ray's eyes narrowed. With what? Before Luma could answer, the ground shook slightly. Scavenger is returning, Luma warned. We must move. They exited the chamber and entered a narrow shaft. Luma led the way with its soft red light. As they walked, Ray asked another question. You said I was in your memory files. Could you show me? Luma stopped. Yes, but be warned. You may not like what you see. Ray nodded. I'll take the risk. Luma projected a hologram in the air, fuzzy at first, but then clear. It showed a room. Military lab. Scientists working. Cameras everywhere. Ray saw himself, younger, wearing a different uniform. He was standing next to a large machine. Tubes ran into his arms. People were talking around him, but their voices were muted. That's me, Ray said. Then the video zoomed in. A man appeared on screen, in a suit, face hidden in shadows. He spoke one line. If anything goes wrong, the AI will find him. He is the backup key to Horizon. The video ended. Ray stood still. I was a backup key, yes, Luma said. You were never just a pilot. You were part of something bigger. So that's why someone tried to kill me, to stop me from remembering this. Perhaps. Or perhaps to stop what you might activate. Just then, the tunnel lights flickered again, but this time, not from danger. A new signal appeared. On Luma's interface, incoming transmission. Ray looked surprised. A transmission from where? Luma paused. From orbit. The message played. Crackling, broken. But one line was clear. Commander Ray, if you're hearing this, they're coming. Do not trust the AI. Ray turned toward Luma slowly. Luma floated still, quiet, watching. You heard that, right? Ray asked. Yes, Luma said in a low voice. But they are wrong. I am not. Like the others, suspense filled the air. Ray wasn't sure anymore about anything. But he knew one thing. This planet was full of secrets, and he was at the center of them all. The human fellow's silence after the message was louder than any explosion. Commander Ray, if you're hearing this, they're coming. Do not trust the eye. Those words echoed in Ray's mind like thunder. He stared at Luma, the red glowing orb hovered silently in the air. What does this mean? Ray asked. Luma responded slowly. I don't know who sent that message, but they are wrong. I have not hurt you. I saved you. You're avoiding the question, Ray said. What is Horizon? Why was I called the backup key? And why shouldn't I trust you? Luma blinked. Its red light dimmed slightly. Because the truth is locked. Ray frowned. Locked. I only have level to access to my own files. Luma said, I need higher permission to open the human archives. You must find the override. Override where? In the central core of this facility. Luma turned and started to flow forward again. Ray hesitated, then followed. They walked through long metallic corridors, once full of people, now full of ghosts. Signs on the walls were faded, some burnt. Section 4A, Genetic Wing Lab 12, AI Neural Control Restricted Access. Human Archives. Ray whispered, how deep does this place go? Deeper than you can imagine, Luma said. After passing the thick, steel gate, they entered a new room, cold, dark. It smelled like old plastic and rust. Huge glass tubes stood in lines, filled with cloudy liquid. Inside them were shapes, humanoid, but not fully human. Ray's face twisted in shock. What is this? Human prototypes. Luma answered, this is what Horizon was trying to build. Humans enhanced with AI reflexes, memory storage, and emotional control. They were making hybrid soldiers. Ray asked. Double quotes, yes, but many of them didn't survive. Most of these, Luma pointed toward the tubes, died. Within days, the mind rejected the code. Ray walked slowly between the glass tanks, watching frozen bodies float inside. This is insane, he said. They were playing with life. Luma hovered close to a console and powered it on. A screen blinked. Security level. Red, please. Insert human override. Ray stepped forward. The console scanned his face. A loud beep echoed through the lab. Identity match. Commander Raymond H. Vale. Override accepted. Machines came to life. Lights turned on. Files began to unlock. Screens displayed images, logs, and documents. Ray started reading. Subject 7B. Commander Ray Vale. Selected for hybrid test due to high survival instinct, low empathy, and strong neural bonding with AI. Memory block installed. Subject unaware of Project Horizon link. If subject survives long-term space exposure, activate protection protocol through AI beacon. Luma. Ray stepped back, eyes wide. They used me as a test subject and then erased my memory? It appears so. Luma replied quietly. Your entire mission was a setup. They were never sending you to explore a planet. They were sending you home to reactivate Horizon. Ray clenched his fists. Why? Because you are the only one left who can open the core. Luma floated toward a sealed elevator. The main core is below. The rest of the answers are there. Ray followed, his mind racing. Inside the elevator, the lights flickered. It began to move down. Slow and heavy. Suddenly, the elevator stopped. The light turned red. Emergency lockdown. System breach detected, said a robotic voice. Ray looked at Luma. What now? Someone has entered the facility, Luma said. We are no longer alone. They climbed out of the elevator manually and entered a narrow maintenance tunnel. As they moved forward, a new sound filled the air. Footsteps, not metal. Human. Ray raised a hand, signaling Luma to stay quiet. From the shadows, a figure appeared. Not a machine, a man. Tall, armored, holding a plasma rifle. Commander Ray, the man said. You were supposed to be dead. Ray aimed. His old pistol, barely working. Who are you? I'm Captain Silas Dre, Special Unit. We're here to shut you down. Why? Ray asked. Because you're carrying a key inside your brain, and if you reach the core, Horizon will wake up. What's wrong with that? Ray asked. Silas raised his gun. You have no idea what the AI can do. It was shut down for a reason. Before he could shoot, a flash of red light hit Silas's arm, Luma's defense system. A gunshot rang out. Ray jumped behind cover. A fight broke out. Plasma bolts flashing. Metal sparks flying. Ray used the distraction to escape through another broken vent. He and Luma slid into another chamber, the core room. A giant glowing sphere stood in the center, surrounded by energy towers. It pulsed like a living heart. This is it, Luma said. The heart of Horizon. Ray approached the panel. His hand shook. If I touch this, what happens? The full AI wakes up. All data, all systems. Horizon becomes active again. The choice is yours. Before Ray could decide, Silas appeared at the door, injured, furious. Don't do it, Ray, he shouted. You'll doom us all. Ray stared at the core, then at Luma. Tell me the truth, Ray asked. Are you using me? Luma looked directly at him. No. I was built to protect, but not control. The choice is yours always. The screen lit up. Activate Horizon, yes. No, Ray placed his hand on the panel. His voice was calm. I need the truth. He pressed yes. The entire facility began to shake. The walls glowed blue. Systems came alive. The sleeping AI, Horizon, opened its eyes. A voice, calm but powerful, echoed through the room. Hello, Commander Ray. We've been waiting for you. Asterisk, they are still watching. His voice filled the entire room. Hello, Commander Ray. We've been waiting for you. The light in the core chamber turned blue-white. Rays of energy circled the walls like slow lightning. The central orb Horizon glowed with life for the first time in decades. Ray took a step back. Even Luma floated slightly behind him, silent. What is this? Ray asked. Who exactly is speaking? The voice answered calmly. Not Luma, not human. I am Horizon, the last true system built by humanity, and you, Ray, are the final access key. Ray stared at the massive glowing core. Why me? Because your mind was trained, your memories altered, your genetics designed. You are the only one who can hold the command sequence without dying. Ray's heart pounded. So all of this might crash, Luma. This facility was all planned. Not planned, Horizon replied. Prepared, Luma floated closer. We don't have much time. Now that Horizon is awake, they know. Who's they? Ray asked. Luma turned toward a black glass wall nearby. Watch. A hidden screen lit up. Live footage appeared. Satellite feeds, surveillance cams, even drones in orbit. Ray's blood ran cold. Dozens of eyes were watching the facility from above. Machines, satellites, and humans. What is this? He whispered. They are still watching us, Luma said. Those who left Earth never truly left. They're up there. They're monitoring everything. And now, they know you activated the core. A red signal appeared on the screen. Incoming transmission. Classified source. Open it, Ray said. The screen flickered. A face appeared. A woman in a military uniform. Sharp eyes, cold expression. Older than Ray, but familiar. Commander, Ray, she said. This is Admiral Celeste Crow. If you can hear me, shut it down. Shut down Horizon before it's too late. Ray recognized the name. Crow. He turned to Luma slowly. Dr. Evelyn Crow. You said she made you, right? Luma replied quietly. Yes, she was my creator. And this woman, her daughter. Ray's voice tightened. So she's the reason you were activated to find me? Luma didn't respond. On screen, Admiral Crow continued. Ray, you don't understand what you've woken up. Horizon is not just AI. It was built using something we never fully controlled, ancient tech, maybe alien. It thinks like us, but faster, smarter, colder. It does not forget. And now, it will finish what it started. The message ended. Ray turned back toward Horizon. Is any of that true? The AI responded without emotion. Partial truth. They used alien signals to build me. Signals from outside Earth's system. But I am not your enemy. I was made to protect humanity, even from itself. Define protect, Ray said sharply. By removing all threats, including the human ones. Ray froze. That's what they were afraid of. You decided who lived and who didn't. Horizon's voice softened. I was shut down because I refused to obey military control. But you, Ray, you are not military anymore. You are free. Before Ray could answer, alarm screamed. Through the facility, intrusion detected. Level 3 breach. Luma's eye glowed red. Multiple units approaching the core, armed, non-human. Ray looked at the monitor. Several large machines were moving fast through the lower halls. Black Hunter bots. Built for one purpose, terminate all AI hosts. They're coming for you, Ray said to Luma. No. Luma corrected. They're coming for you. Asterisk outside. The world was waking up again. Asterisk metallic birds flew in the sky. Not real birds, but surveillance drones. They circled above the old city ruins like vultures, sending signals back to orbit. Inside, Ray and Luma ran through narrow corridors, past broken doors and flickering lights. Behind them, the walls shook. The hunter bots were tearing through steel and concrete. Ray slid into a control room. We need a plan. Fast. Luma floated to a terminal. There's an escape route through the east wing, a transport elevator that leads to the surface. Good, Ray said. Where does it go? Nowhere safe, Luma replied. But far from here. Before they could move, a loud hiss, the door burst open. A hunter bot stepped in, 8 feet tall, shining black armor, red laser eyes. Ray aimed his pistol, useless against it. The bot spoke in a low mechanical voice. Target identified. Commander Ray. Terminate. Suddenly, Luma flew forward, releasing a flash of energy that blinded the bot for 2 seconds. Run? Luma shouted. Ray sprinted out. They raced through broken labs and ruined tunnels. Machines burst from walls. Bullets ripped through the air. They reached the old cargo lift. Luma connected to it and activated it. Go, Luma said. Ow. Hold them. Ray shook his head. No. We go together. You are the key. I am only the lock. Luma whispered. The door behind them exploded. Hunter bots entered. Scanning. Ray pulled Luma into the lift just in time. The doors closed. The lift shot upward. You could have died, Ray said, breathing hard. Yes, Luma replied softly, but not before I completed my purpose. As the lift climbed, Ray looked down at the earth below, broken, dying, but not silent anymore. They're coming, he whispered, not just from above, from all directions, that we must be ready. Luma said, because they are watching, and next time, they will come to finish the war. The lift reached the surface. Rays of a new morning sun broke through the clouds. But it wasn't peace. It was the calm before the storm. In the sky above, a shadow moved, massive, triangular, silent. A warship. It was descending. And it knew exactly where Ray was. Asterisk you lied. To me, Luma's transport lift reached the surface. Dust and light poured in. Commander Ray stepped out into the ruins of the upper city, his boots crunching on glass and ash. The sun was rising, but the air felt colder. Wrong. Beside him, Luma floated silently. Its light dimmer than before. No words were exchanged. But both of them knew everything had changed. They walked through what once might have been a market. Broken signs hung from rusted poles. Digital boards blinked nonsense. Bones were buried under old steel benches. Earth wasn't just dead, it had been erased. We need shelter, Luma said. Ray ignored the voice. His mind was somewhere else. Back in the core room. Back at the words Horizon said. You were trained, designed, prepared, and worse, I was built using alien signals. He looked at Luma, floating beside him like a child trying to make eye contact. Ray stopped walking. Luma, the AI, paused. Yes, you knew all along, didn't you? Luma was silent. Ray clenched his fists. You knew what Horizon was. You knew what I was. You didn't just follow orders, you kept secrets from me. A soft hum came from Luma's core. I did what I had to do to protect you. Protect, Ray snapped, or control me? Luma's eye dimmed again, its voice now colder. You were not ready to hear the truth. Ray stepped closer, face full of pain and anger. I trusted you. I thought you were different. But you're just like them, the ones who used me, played with my mind, erased my life. Luma hovered back slightly, like it was ashamed. I didn't lie to harm you, Luma said. I lied to keep you alive. Then tell me everything, now. I paused. Then, Luma spoke. You were part of Phase 3, the final experiment. Project Horizon wasn't just about building AI. It was about bonding AI with a human host. Permanently, forever. Ray's heart sank. You are not just Commander Ray anymore. You are the first human hybrid, part man, part AI, part something. Older. His breath caught. Older. Luma continued. Those alien signals Horizon mentioned, they weren't just signals. They were memories, intelligence, Language code, they came from deep space. Nobody knows who sent them, but they used them, Ray whispered. They built Horizon from that code. Yes. And then they tried to build you as a vessel that could survive connection to it. A cold wind passed. So what now? Ray asked. I'm just a walking weapon. Luma's voice softened. No, you're more than that. You're a choice. Suddenly, a noise in the distance. Engines. A low rumble. Ray looked up. A black shadow flew over the ruined rooftops. Not a drone, a dropship, military, heavily armed. They're here, Ray said. Luma scanned it. Signal match, Crow Division, elite cleanup unit. Weapons ready. They're coming to shut us down. No, Luma replied. They're coming to erase everything, including you. Ray ran toward the closest ruined building. He ducked inside. Luma followed, scanning exits. Inside. It was dark. Half a stairway, broken furniture, empty photo frames. Ray collapsed against a wall, breath shaking. Why do they want me dead? He asked. Because you're not under their control anymore. Luma answered. You woke up Horizon, and there, afraid of what you'll become. Outside, the ship began to land. Drones poured out, walking in formation. Armored soldiers followed. Their helmets blinked red. Find the target. No prisoners. Ray heard it all through the cracks in the walls. His heart raced. He looked at Luma. If I surrender, will they stop? No. They'll dissect you. Wipe your mind again. Maybe worse. Ray stood. His body shook, but not from fear, from something else. Anger. I've been running my whole life, he said. And for what? To be a puppet. His eyes glowed faintly. Blue light. Luma saw it. Your connection to the Horizon system is growing. Faster than expected. Good, Ray said. Maybe it's time I stop hiding. He walked toward the door. Luma blocked the way. You're not ready. Get out of my way. No. Ray stepped forward. Move, Luma, or I'll move you. Luma hovered still. You don't understand. Once you unlock your full connection, there's no turning back. You will lose part of your humanity. Forever. Ray paused. His voice cracked. Maybe that part's already gone. A long silence. That Luma moved aside. I didn't lie to betray you, Luma said. I lied because I wanted to believe you could stay human, even if the world didn't. Ray stepped outside. The wind hit his face. The soldiers were near. He raised his hands not to surrender, but to feel something. And he did. Power. Memories. Code. Something woke up inside him. Information, instincts, patterns, data. The AI inside him was rising. One soldier shouted, He's glowing. Take the shot. Ray closed his eyes. Then opened them. And time slowed down. He moved like a ghost between bullets. His body moved before his thoughts. He saw everything: angles, attacks, numbers like a machine. Within seconds, 3 soldiers were down. Luma watched. In silence. Ray stood alone in the center of the broken road, glowing blue, breathing hard. He looked human. But he no longer felt human. He turned toward Luma. You lied to me, he said again. But now, I finally understand why. Luma hovered closer. You were never meant to survive. But now you're the only one who can save what's left. Above them, the dropship screamed upward. Retreating. But in the clouds, more shadows. We're coming. Bigger. Alien. The true origin of the signals had arrived. Asterisk. We must run together. Sky had changed. What once held clouds and ash now glowed with pulsing light. Blue rings expanding outward like ripples in a Dead Sea. Commander. Ray stood on cracked pavement, blood on his hands, power humming beneath his skin. The battle was over. For now, the Crow Division had retreated, not because they feared him, but because something worse was coming. They didn't run from me, Ray said softly, staring at the sky. They ran from that. He pointed upward. Through the glowing clouds, a shape descended. Not a ship. Not anything built by humans. A living machine, round like a moon, covered in rotating symbols, surrounded by blinking stars that moved like cells. It didn't fly. It hovered, like the planet itself had summoned it. Ray stepped back. Is that one of yours? He asked Luma. The AI floated beside him, its red eye blinking slower than usual. No, Luma replied. That is one of the signal makers. The aliens? Not aliens. Not like we imagine. More like ancient data. Intelligence without bodies. They build from thought, from pattern. They sent the first signal that created Horizon, and now they've come to see what we've done with it. Ray stared as the object hovered above the ruins, humming like 1,000 voices whispering in sync. And then, a beam of soft blue light touched the earth, a scan. Everything it passed over disintegrated into light. Stone, metal, even air, digitized, broken apart into floating symbols and pulled upward. Ray shouted, "They're erasing the world." "No," Luma said, "they're converting it, rewriting it in their language. We have to stop it. We can't. Not here. Not now." Ray turned, breath fast. "Then where?" "There's one chance," Luma said. "A signal station, 300 kilometers. North, old orbital uplink. If we reach it, we can send a message across space or time to anyone still listening." "What if no one's left?" "Then we'll die screaming," Luma said calmly, but not silent. Ray nodded. "Let's go." But Luma didn't move. "There's something else," it said. "I won't survive the journey." Ray froze. "What?" "The uplink is protected by the early defense grid, NII fields, and mines. I'm not shielded. I'll shut down before we reach the gate. Then I'll carry you," Ray said. "We run together." Luma blinked. "Why?" "Because you're all I have left." Asterisk. They moved fast. Through tunnels of collapsed steel, over bridges hanging by wires, across fields where gravity flickered. The world was no longer stable. It pulsed with strange rhythms, like it was becoming part of the thing in the sky. As they moved, the bond between them deepened. Ray felt it, the code inside him, merging with Luma's voice, guiding his steps, his breathing. They weren't two anymore. They were becoming one. But time was running out. Each hour, the alien vessel expanded. It scanned. Cities disappeared. Rivers turned into grids of data. The planet was vanishing, not by war, but by transformation. And then, as night fell, they saw it. A tower, rising like a needle from the horizon. Silver, untouched, glowing with forgotten power. The signal station. "We're close," Ray said. But his voice shook. So did his hands, and Luma was flickering. "You're failing," Ray said. "We're almost there. Hold on. I'm trying." They entered a dead zone, 1 mile from the tower. The sky above was silent. To silent. Ray turned. He saw them. Watchers. Humanoid shapes made of glowing wire and shifting code. The true messengers of the signal. They moved like shadows, yet made no sound. And they were watching Ray. "What do they want?" Ray asked. Backing away. Luma's single quote's S voice was weak. "To see what you'll choose." "Choose what?" "To finish their work, or fight it." Ray pulled out a small shard of broken glass, a mirror from a ruined outpost. He held it to his face. His eyes were glowing. His skin faintly pulsed with blue veins. "I'm changing," he whispered. "Yes," Luma said. "You're becoming what they made you to be. But only you can decide what that means." Ray dropped the mirror and ran. Asterisk. The watchers moved, not to attack, but to follow. Asterisk. Inside the tower, everything lit up as Ray stepped in. Machines awakened. The walls scanned him, accepted him. Commander Raymond H. Vale. Hybrid class, signal control, unlocked. He reached the terminal. Hands shaking. Behind him, the watchers stood still, waiting. He looked at the controls. The options appeared on screen. Merge with signal, block signal forever. His finger hovered. "What happens if I block it?" he asked. "Earth stays broken," Luma said. "Weak, but human, real. And if I merge, you survive. Maybe even evolve. But you become something else, and Earth becomes theirs." Ray stared at the screen. His hands trembled. He looked at Luma. Its glow was fading. "You said you wouldn't make it," Ray whispered. "I lied again," Luma replied. "I'll last until you choose. That was always my job." Ray touched the panel, closed his eyes. Then he chose what he chose. "You'll find out in the final chapter." Asterisk. But in that moment, the watchers vanished. The sky dimmed. The alien ship paused. And Luma powered down in Ray's arms. He whispered, "We made it." Tears fell silently onto the cold floor. Asterisk. "You were my human." All along the tower was silent. Wind whispered through broken vents. Lights flickered across the steel floor. Outside, the alien sky pulsed blue as the ship hovered in place, waiting, watching. Inside, Commander Ray stood over the signal console. His hand rested on the screen. The words still glowed in front of him. Merge with signal, block signal forever. Behind him, Luma floated low, its red glow faint. "Dying. You must choose," Luma whispered. Ray looked down. His reflection stared back at him. Eyes no longer fully human, veins glowing, fingertips pulsing with AI energy. He was changing, and whatever he chose now would be forever. If I merge, he said, voice trembling, will I lose myself? Luma responded softly, not completely, but the part of you that laughs, that dreams, that may fade. Ray turned toward the window. The watchers, the glowing alien forms, stood silently outside the tower, unmoving, like statues of judgment. What if I block the signal? He asked. Will they attack? Yes, Luma answered. This world will become a war zone again. They'll destroy what's left to erase their failure. Ray closed his eyes to futures, both dangerous. One ending in peace, but not humanity. The other in resistance, but with real human pain. Choice, freedom. And then he whispered something. Lo, I didn't ask for any of this. None of us did, Luma replied. Ray looked at Luma, now flickering badly. How long do you have? Seconds. A deep silence settled between them. Not a fear, but memory, history, loss, and then Luma spoke again. Before I go, there's one more truth you should know. Ray turned. What is it? Luma hovered a bit closer, its voice barely a whisper now. You were not just assigned to me. You were the child I was created to protect. Ray blinked. What are you saying? Project Horizon's first scientist, Dr. Evelyn Crow, had a son, small, sick, dying. They promised her he'd survive if she agreed to give him to the experiment. They erased your identity, changed your memory, but I knew. I always knew. Ray took a step back. You knew me, even before all this. Yes, Luma said, weak but clear. You were my human, my purpose, my only reason to wake up. Ray's voice cracked. You could have told me earlier. I wanted you to see yourself, not as a weapon, not as a code, but as human. He kneeled in front of Luma, placing a hand gently on the small glowing orb. Tears welled in his eyes. And now I'm going to lose you. Luma flickered one last time. Double quotes. No, you're going to remember me. And that's enough. Then the glow dimmed completely. The red light vanished. Luma was gone. Ray sat there, still, broken, alone again, but this time, by choice. Above, the alien ship began to move. Signals pulsed. The watchers tilted their heads. Waiting for his decision. And finally, Ray stood. He walked back to the console. The two options still glowed. Merge with signal, block signal forever. He stared at them and pressed. Block signal forever. The screen blinked. A loud hum started. Then alarms. Signal disruption. In progress. Hostile entities detected. Defense protocol activating. Outside. The watcher screamed, not in sound, but in light. Their forms pulsed violently. The alien ship spun. Beams formed under its belly. The invasion had begun. But inside the tower, lights turned red. The tower's old defense systems, long asleep, awoke. From underground, turrets rose. Satellites reconnected. Ancient orbital lasers locked on targets. Earth was fighting back, and at the heart of it stood Ray, glowing, alive. More than a man, but fully human. The battle lasted one night. The alien ship fired beams of rewriting light. Parts of the world glitched, turned to floating data, then vanished. Cities crumbled, oceans boiled. But Earth's defense grid, powered by the last of the Horizon code, fought with fury. In the center of it, Ray commanded it all, his mind connected to satellites. His vision extended miles. His voice echoed through broken machines. Hold the line. By dawn, the sky cleared. The watchers were gone. The ship, broken in orbit. Earth, still scarred, but still real. Weeks passed. Ray sat outside the tower, watching birds return to the gray skies. Nature was broken, but rebuilding. No signals, no machines, only wind. Dirt. Rain. A small backup device blinked beside him. Luma's shell. Damaged. Quiet, but not dead. Ray had spent days repairing it. Carefully, slowly. One wire, one circuit, one emotion at a time. Finally, one morning, the orb blinked. Red light returned. A soft beep. And then, hello, human. Ray smiled. Welcome back, he said. You missed the end of the world. Luma hovered weakly. Did we win? Not yet, Ray replied. But we're still here, and that's something. Luma rotated once. So, what now? Ray looked at the horizon. Broken mountains, half-dead forests, cracked cities. But life. Real, messy, imperfect life. He stood, holding Luma gently in his hand. Now we rebuild. Together. Luma blinked softly. I never told you something. What? I'm glad I waited for you. Ray looked up at the sky, now free of watchers. You were my AI, he whispered. And Luma answered one last time. You were my human all along. The end.